up, man?
Too much. You looking for a pump?
Yeah, I'm looking for a pump.
Okay.
You got what I need?
I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is the good stuff, man.
That's stuff.
Yeah.
I got your payment, man.
All right.
Here you go, brother.
Perfect.
Stay clean. Stay clean.
Careful with that pump.
Will do.
Alright guys, welcome back to the Functional Athletics Online Fitness Experience. This is day number 2 of the week. We got the pandemic pump. So Sean's going to take you through the workout. Take it away, Sean.
Alright, guys. So, starting on our warm-up, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with up-downs. So, an up-down is just the burpee without going all the way to the floor. So, we're jumping hands down the floor, jumping feet out, back in, and then jumping up to standing. And we're going to be starting with 30 up-downs. After your 30 up-downs, then we're going to do 10 walkouts. Walking the hands out, push up, walk them back in. After that, 10 jumping squats. On our next round, we go down to 20 up-downs, 8 walkouts, 10 jumping squats again. Then 10 up-downs, 6 walkouts, 10 jumping squats. Once you cycle through that sequence, you're warm. After that, mobility, we're going to be starting with Passovers. We're probably going to be doing about 12 to 15 reps on our Passovers. After that, we're going to spend about 30 to 45 seconds in each one of our stretches. The stretches are our lat stretch, then our chest stretch, then our prison stretch. After our mobility, we have 2 strength pieces. We do all of one, then we do all of the next one. So our first strength piece is going to be on strict handstand push-ups. This one, we're going to be going every 90 seconds. So it's going to be an EMOM, but every 90 seconds we go in a minute. So you do somewhere within 5 to 10 reps on your strict handstand push-ups. This 5 is going to be pretty challenging to stick with that and try and keep it consistent across all rounds. If you're pretty good at handstand push-ups, you can aim kind of at the higher end of the range, but we want to try and find something that you're going to be able to keep consistent across all your rounds. We're doing 5 rounds of this. Every 90 seconds, you go. Okay? After you finish your 5 rounds of handstand push-ups, then we move into our 5 rounds of dumbbell row. This one, again, we're going to be doing it in the format of an EMOM, except we're going to be going every 2 minutes on the minute. So every 2 minutes, you start on your set of 20 dumbbell rows. That's 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. And we're going to do 5 rounds of that. After our 5 rounds of that, our workout is going to be right down here. What we're going to be doing for our workout is 20 floor press, that's 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. 20 high pulls, we're going to do all 10 on one side, then all 10 on the other side. And then we're going to be doing either a 200-meter run or 20 to 30 up-downs. We're looking for this to take around 1 minute to 90 seconds. That's about what the 200-meter run time is. So pick a rep range for your up-downs that's going to take you around 1 minute to 90 seconds, all right? Somewhere within there. If you find up-downs pretty challenging, you might only be doing 15 of them or something. But we are aiming for that kind of time domain of 1 minute to 90 seconds. All right, so we're going to take you over to the floor and go through each of these movements as well as scaling options in just a second here. Okay guys, so now we're going to take you through the different movements that we're going to be working on as well as scaling options and best way to go through this workout. So starting with our warm-up, we're going to be doing up-downs, 30 up-downs to start. So an up-down is just putting your hands to the floor, jumping the feet out into that push-up position and then jumping tall. Now he's not letting his hips sag right down to the ground, he's keeping that core tight, straight position just like the top of a push-up. After your 30 up-downs, 10 walkouts. So walking out, we're going to walk the hands out into our push-up position, do a push-up, then walk back to standing. Scaled option for this, and push-ups are challenging for you. You can walk yourself out, drop the knees to the floor, push up, and then toes, and then walk yourself back to standing. After your 10 walkouts, then 10 jumping squats. So we're looking for quality squats, so I'm not worried about how high you're jumping, more just getting a little bit off the ground, working that explosiveness a little bit, okay? Then you finish off your other rounds for the warm-up. After the warm-up, mobility, we're going to start with Passovers, so going just wide enough for the hands in order to keep the arms straight around your back and then back to your front. Again, we're looking for probably around 12 to 15 passes over the top. After that, he's going to plant his dowel, and we're going to do a lat stretch, all right? So he's planting his dowel, he's leaning out, trying to get a stretch right down his side there, and kind of manipulate the angle to feel that stretch, okay? Hold for about 30 to 40 seconds, then we're going to do the other side. After we do both sides, we're going to do our chest stretch. This you can do on the wall. We're going to put the hand just slightly higher than the shoulder, and then push yourself out and away from that wall just to get a stretch in that pec. 30 to 45 seconds on either side. After that, we're going to be doing our prison stretch. So hands on the wall, and then you're going to try and push your chest and head down past your hands, keeping the hands up above your back, trying to open up those shoulders. 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, for our strength, our X version of this is going to be strict handstand push-ups on the wall. So we're going to be kicking up to the wall, bringing ourselves down towards the wall with our head, touching the mat, and then pushing up, finishing through with your chest and head, through your arms, and locked out completely. Okay? Butt off the wall at the top. Heels against the wall at the top. Alright? If we're not quite to the point of doing strict handstand push-ups yet, then we're going to be scaling to our handstand push-ups off of chair, couch, or box, whatever you have available. If you're on a chair like this, put it against a wall or something, just so you know, flip it over. So Mike's going to walk himself back to try and get as inverted as possible, again with that head right through, locked out. To initiate his handstand push-up or the downward face, he's going to bring his head out, down to the floor, pressing up, and then bringing his chest back and through towards his toes, locking it right out. Okay? So that will be our scaled version. Now, if you are doing these, we'll aim for a little bit higher in the rep range, kind of more that 8 to 10 rep range. After we complete our 5 sets, then we're going to be doing our dumbbell row. For a dumbbell row, you're going to be allowed to support yourself with your leg on the leg. So Mike's going to go into a lunge position, try and get his back close to parallel with the floor, and then focus on bringing that dumbbell up and back towards his hip. Pretending there's a string attached to your elbow, pulling it up and back right to your hip. He's going to do all 10 reps on one side and then do all 10 reps on the other side. Okay? And again, with this one, we're going every 2 minutes, whereas in the handstand push-ups, we're going every 90 seconds. After we complete our 5 rounds on our dumbbell row, then we go into our workout. The workout is 4 rounds of 20 floor press, 20 high pulls, and then 200-meter run or up down. So for our floor press, we're going to be back on the floor. We're going to be pressing up and towards our midline on our dumbbell floor press. So we're going to do 10 reps on one side, and then he's going to switch hands, he's going to bring it down, switch over to the other side, and then press up, and then get our reps on the other side. Okay, so 10 on one side, 10 on the other. Then we're going into our high pulls. With the high pulls, we're going to do all 10 on one side, then all 10 on the other side. So the dumbbell's going to start on the floor, tall chest, just like you're setting up for a dumbbell snatch, and then we're going to pull that elbow high and outside, and then down to the floor. Make sure that you touch both heads of that dumbbell to the floor every rep. Okay, he's going to do 10 on one side, then 10 on the other side. For our last little piece of our triplet here is either a 200-meter run or 20 to 30 up downs. So if you do have somewhere outdoors to do this workout, you can do some running, 200-meter run. If we're doing it in your apartment, 20 to 30 up downs, but something that's going to take you about 1 minute to 90 seconds, okay? So again, we did the up downs in the warm-up, it's the exact same thing, all right? That is the pandemic pump. Enjoy.
Enjoy, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.